What's good, everybody? What is cracking? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Waiting for everybody to come in. Good morning, good morning. Neon Eyes, good morning, good evening for you. What's going on? How is everything? How you doing this evening? Oh, morning for me, evening for you. You can see that the sun is coming in and out the clouds. Let me know if you can see me. Make sure I keep my everything going. Yeah, I didn't go to bed until late. Insomnia kicked in once again. The insomniacs stay up late. So I went to bed like around 3. And I actually woke up a couple of minutes ago. Kind of slept crooked. Neck kind of, yeah. That kind of, I think I got a stinger in my neck. But if you can see, it's a great, it's going to be a great day. Little cool. It's been like around 80 degrees. But it's been nice and breezy. So there's no humidity. So, how you doing? Please hit the like button as you enter. Doing, I'm using Streamlabs. So, it's a new thing. So let's put in my good old side mic. I know, right? It's like I don't know, like Japan always has this two-tone sky. You know what I'm saying? Like you get like up here, it's like it, if you see it right, it's like blue, and then it kind of goes to this kind of like washed out, and then in the middle of the day, it kind of changes. If you ever played Mario Brothers, like on the first couple of boards, the sky actually looks like that in Japan. Unless on certain days, it's not too much definition. Now, here's the crazy part. You see that over there, that right there, that right there, yeah. That right there is what I'm looking at. The clouds are rolling that way, but it's clear all the way on this side. So, yeah. Oh, the Hunter dude? Yeah, man. Look, I keep telling you. Hey, hey, hey. He dropped a couple of chapters, but he's gonna lose some hope. He's gonna lose some hope. Hope is gonna lose it. So we're gonna start in a couple of seconds. Good evening, everybody. You know what I'm saying? Come in, say hello, good evening. Wave as you come in. But Zero Calvin, hey, Yerb, what's going on? Appreciate it. If you can, cause I haven't figured out the Streamlabs. If you can, uh, you know, uh, go ahead and share the link in the secret place. Sir, put the link in the secret place so everybody know we up in here. You know what I'm saying? So everybody know we're here. We're here. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. We gonna call it the bat signal. Call it the bat signal. We gotta call it something, man. We gotta call it something. We gotta have a code word for it. The bat signal, something like that. Uh, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We gotta call it the bat signal. Yeah. So, yeah, we're gonna start in a couple seconds, man. So, how's everything? You know what I'm saying? How's everyone? How's everyone's evening going? Yeah, I want to talk about a lot of stuff, but the crazy thing is, you know what I'm saying? What kept me up last night was watching the commentary on the UFC, the fight at the end. Man, so we're gonna talk about that too. You know what I mean? We're gonna talk about, some things. I put this title, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, Living in Another Country. So we're gonna talk about that too. Just a little couple of things that are good, the bad, and the ugly parts about it. You know what I'm saying? Play the string, hit the link, you know what I'm saying? Neon got some new subs, you know what I'm saying? She got some new subs, so everybody go watch that. And she's giving her channel, breaking things down. You know what I'm saying? Zero Calvin, he's got some stuff. Joe, man, we had a show yesterday. This is Joe. We had a show yesterday. Go check that out. Joe, please watch Joe's video. He's dropping a part 2 to his video, very informative and stuff like that. Joe went to a place in Japan that most people don't really go to, and did some things that you should go and do. So, Joe, you don't mind, go ahead and drop a link to that. I know I made you a mod. I think I made you a mod, didn't I? Yeah, I think I made you a mod. So go ahead and drop that in there. We are going to start momentarily. Momentarily. Let's see. We're looking at this. All right, we're gonna start in like 5 minutes. Yeah, yeah. Go ahead and drop your links. All the moderators and all the content creators that are right now in here, go ahead and drop your links to your channels and stuff like that, because I want to make sure the people that support me, they get support. Also, I will try to be consistent as possible due to my schedule. But every Tuesday and Thursday Eastern Standard Time around 6:30, 7. Well, you know what? 6:30 Black people time. Give it another 30 minutes. Give it another 30 minutes. So 6:30 Black people time. Peace. You know what I'm saying? BT time. You know what I'm saying? I will live stream. I found that doing it this early for the people that are not in Japan, because I've been reaching more of those people than the people that are actually in Japan, because they're already here. They like my content more. So yeah, I'm saying. So anyway, other than that, the good, the bad, the ugly, we're going to start that in another 5 minutes. You know what I mean? We want to wait for people to get in here and everything like that. Give me 1 second while you guys come in here, talks amongst yourselves. Ask Joe some questions from the chat. You know what I'm saying? Ask him some questions. We have a group, Expat Creatives, for people that want to travel abroad, not just Asia or Japan. We have people that are part of the group that live in like Thailand and China and Korea and different places like that. And we want to have other people that have lived abroad, things of that nature, and that to join up, to connect and help each other out. And also for people that are creative. Azula got her live stream. Azula, when you going to do another Twitch stream or, Twitch stream? And what games do you play? You know what I'm saying? What games do you stream and stuff like that? What games do you play? Hey, what's going on, Information Man Show? Hey, how are you doing, brother? How's everything? Quit the last couple of shows, man. A lot of great information and talk on subjects. Information Man, how is everything with you? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Greetings, greetings. Hey, if one of the hold on, let me get some settings. No. Anytime, brother. Anytime. Yes, yes. Zero Calvin. Okay, you see me now? Okay. See me now? Hold on. Let me see. Editor. Yeah. So, it might have been. Yeah, that's probably some things good. My wife's probably making lunch boxes, and we got these crazy things. But we're about to get to that in 2 minutes. In 2 minutes. Yeah, man. It's a nice day. Nice skies, man. But, you get them better in Cali, but nice skies. It's not raining. October's about, right now, it should be about like 70 something. It's going to get like in the low 80s, high 70s. You know what I'm saying? No, there's no humidity or anything like that. Yeah, it's about to be 7:25 in the morning. About to be 7:25 in the morning on actually 7:25 in the morning uh, on Tuesday. So man, I said Tuesday. Okay, yeah, it's Tuesday. So 7:25 in the morning on Tuesday. Yeah, check out Zero Calvin's. Check out Zero Calvin's uh, latest stream on his channel. You know what I'm saying? Uh, you know, I mean, it was just his brother's birthday this past weekend. You know, getting younger. You know, getting younger. So it was his birthday this past weekend. Everybody give a. What's that, Rocky? I'm back. I'm back. Um, so we're gonna be going in and out. We're gonna be going in and out a little bit. We're gonna be going. Hold on a second. All right, so we're gonna be going out. We're gonna be going in and out because right, right, right. All right, so we're gonna. All right, brother. I know you're good. Gotta go teach, man. You know what I'm saying? What's that? Sit down. Sit. All right. So, so we gotta go. We're gonna be going in and out because my wife's making breakfast. I mean, not breakfast. She's making lunchbox for my son, uh, and stuff like that. So you know, lunchbox is in Japan. So let's get it cracking. Let's get down to it. Hit the like button as you enter, and let's start the show. I will be intermittently taking questions. We'll do this for 90 minutes or so. You know, the flow. Ask your questions as you enter, and everything like that. Okay. What's up, dude? Sit down. Come on. Sit down. Sit down, Rocky. So, basically, now, a lot of people want to move to another country, and they don't realize there's some good things about moving to that country. There's some bad things, and there's the ugly about living in another country. And I'm gonna just tell you about just a couple of things, and that's one of the things. The the bad part. Thiot, yes. I'm not really sure. Like, because I think Ko- Japanese is harder because there's three different ways that they write things. Uh, you know, you have kanji, you have katakana, and hiragana, and Korea, they understand kanji way more than I can understand all the rest of the scripts. So language, depending on which you at, where you're at, depending on your background, language is probably one of the bad parts of living in another country because if you haven't been exposed to language or the language, if you haven't done your due diligence, and even if you think you know the language, there are different dialects of that language, or you may have a what they will call a westernized thinking. Yeah, there will be a westernized way of thinking and doing some things. So if you understand, like once you understand that, and once you get that kind of understanding, then it's for some people it's easy, for some people it's hard. For me, it's kind of hard. I always wanted to come to Japan, but it's kind of hard because what I thought Japan was, and when I got here, when it came to the language, it's still hard. I'm learning things every day. I'm picking it up more. But yeah, that's what that's one of the things. Let's see. How long did it take you to Neon Eyes? Let's see, how long did it take you to acclimate yourself to Japan subclimates? Was it difficult? Um, no. Now that's the kind of good part, depending on where you're from. Um, Japan's climate is similar to when I grew up in Baltimore. Summer is like hot, like ridiculously hot. Like it's like Mississippi, tropical, uh, for better terms, they call it swamp ass. Like you know what I mean? Like it's so hot, but it's not just like dry heat. Like dry heat is fine. I've been to like the Middle East and stuff. Dry heat is different than than hot, the tropical heat, because it's the humidity that gets you. You know, like in the summertime in Japan, you could walk outside, you could just take a shower, and you could just walk, and then you'll be sweating, and then it's like it's like that sticky, hot. And then in the wintertime, it'll get cold. I think here it's been crazy because I've been living in this area for a long time, and maybe the last 3 winters have been like cold. Like I remember 3 years ago, my kids were making snowmen, which is it gets cold enough here. It'll snow, but if it sticks, it's like wow, it sticks. So but then the way Japan sits is like Okinawa is like the tropical area. So in the summer, in the wintertime, Okinawa can get, I think the lows is like maybe 60 degrees. So it's kind of like Florida. But when you go up to Hokkaido, which is Sapporo, that's like right across from Russia. So it's, you know what I mean? It's like Arctic. So it depends on where you live at. I live like in the nice part, right? Like in Kanagawa. So I'd say the places that's kind of like the East Coast is I would say Kanagawa Prefecture, Aichi, and Kansai. And Kanagawa is like where Tokyo is. Aichi is where Nagoya is, and Kansai is where Osaka is, and those areas around it. So that's another thing. If you're not used to the climate, that could be good. It can be better than your climate if you're in subtropical temperatures and stuff like that. It can be bad if you're not used to it completely. And the ugly part, it could be just horrendous for you. Some people like Japan, some people don't. Some people like Japan's climate, some people don't. But the good thing is you can move to different places in Japan, and then you can adjust the climate accordingly. And actually, the further that you move south or north away from those prefectures, Kanagawa Prefecture is where I live at. It's expensive, right? Um, it's expensive to live in Kanagawa Prefecture compared to Aichi and all the rest of the prefectures. Now, Nagoya is expensive too, the city itself, but once you get outside of it, the cost of living is relatively cheap. So, same thing with Osaka. You know what I'm saying? Osaka, the city itself. And you have Kyoto and stuff like that. Let's see. All right. So, let's say, yeah, throw some questions, guys, because I'm looking at it. Yeah, Japan has some beautiful winters. I kind of live by the water. So, when it rains, you get that sideways kind of angled or almost horizontal rain because of the wind. So I live close to the water, like I'm on like a peninsula. So, um, like if I go 20 minutes driving in either direction, I'll hit some water. Like I'll hit some water. I hit some water. So go ahead and ask your questions, guys, while I'm talking. Um, all right, so I'll just keep it to Japan for right now. And I've been to other countries. I've been there naturally enough, and I can see. But I'll try to make this broad, so it's just not, what I mean. I'll make it Japan related, but it'll just be broad. Good, bad, and ugly. Okay, good. The good part about living in Japan. The good. Food is good. All right, so we're gonna go food. Food is great. There's some things I can't eat because it just doesn't taste good to me. Um, the food is great. It's healthy. It's good for you. Okay, so being in Japan, you're going to lose weight if you stick to the Japanese diet. If you kind of amalgamate yourself to the Japanese diet. Bad part. Okay, the bad part of Japanese food is the portion size. It's not what you're used to. Okay, it's going to take you maybe a good year or two to get used to the portion size. All right, so you're going to lose weight, but you're going to burn weight. You're going to burn more calories and stuff like that due to the fact of the portion sizes are very exact, ugly. There is, I would say, everybody think the Japanese diet is sushi and noodles, and that's further from the truth. There is a plethora of stuff that they eat in Japan, and there is a plethora of stuff that you ain't gonna be eating. Is because your taste buds aren't used to it. Is what they consider sweets, like cakes. The ugly part, cakes. Cakes in Japan, unless you get them from like a bakery that I would say that kind of they're the bakery's not traditional Japanese food, traditional Japanese sweets. You're not gonna like it. I'm just gonna tell you like it is. Especially if you come from Westernized culture. If the bakery is kind of French or something like that, you'll love that. You know what I'm saying? It'll, what I'm saying. It's not super sweet like how it is in the U.S. or in England or in certain other places. It's got enough sweetness that you can taste it. Japanese sweets are very bland. Um, is very bland. Restaurants. The restaurants like here in Japan, like what I'm saying, if you go like let's just say you go to McDonald's, everybody go to McDonald's, Burger King or something. There's certain things that's on the menu that they do not have here. There are certain things on the menu they don't have anywhere else that's good, but then there's certain things on the menu they will not have. Like in McDonald's, they do not have quarter pounders. No more quarter pounders. They stopped selling quarter pounders at McDonald's like I think 2 years ago. Quarter pounders. You do not get sweet and sour sauce with your chicken nuggets. They still do the same thing they do on the States. You got to pretty much ask for extra sauces. You'll get 20-piece nuggets with two packets. I don't understand why they do that. Um, but the service is really great. That's the good part. The bad part is I think the negative part and the ugly part is the extra sausage and sweet and sour. You don't get no sweet and sour sauce. You don't get no sweet and sour sauce. So that's kind of bad. Um, that's kind of bad. The next thing. Okay. How's the job prospects? Okay, cool. That'll I'll jump on that. I'll jump on that real quick. Um, so let's see. Denny's in Japan is totally different. Like what I'm saying. There's no IHOP here, so coming out the club, you want the pancakes, and none of that. But you just go ahead and hit up a ramen spot. So you just got to get used to that. You got to get used to the different types of food. If you came here, you're already preparing yourself for that. But the portion size is smaller. It's way smaller. You know what I'm saying, until your body get used to it. Also, you won't eat a lot of the foods because your palate, your taste buds is used to eating a certain way. It's going to take you a while, and then certain things you're just not going to eat because you have to grow up with it. Like my kids, they'll eat certain things. I'm like, man, I can eat that, and and they'll eat it and stuff like that. My kids look at me crazy when I be eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. They think it's nasty. Like my wife think peanut butter and jelly is like nasty stuff. I don't know. They don't know. Peanut butter and jelly to save my life many a nights. So anyway, so let's go. Job prospects. Okay, the good, the bad, and the ugly living in Japan. Okay, most countries, I would say, do not go into a country without a way of making money to self-sustain yourself. Do not just show up and be living in a country and then try to find a job because it is very, very hard for you to find a job. Certain countries have visa restrictions, and if you're from America, we don't even got it really good leaving America. You know what I'm saying? Like like if you're from like the UK or Europe or Canada or something, you can actually do what they call as a holiday visa, where you can actually work on vacation. So a lot of people that come from Canada or the UK or South America, I mean Australia or certain places in South America or something, they or Europe, they apply for a work visa, a holiday visa, which allows them to stay past the 90-day threshold. So they'll stay here for 90 days, get it out their system, work little odds and end jobs, and or they'll stay here for 6 months to a year. They'll be in a share house, and they'll find a little job, for a little limited time, just to, so because they want to stay here. Then if they like it, they'll stay and they leave. If you're from the U.S., you can't do that. So you have to have employment before you come here. So job prospects are pretty. There's only a couple of fields that most people get their jobs at a regular clip. That's teaching English, and and then there's other type of work like entertainment industry, like working in a club or bar or something like that, or just nothing is self-sustaining. Just the major job is English teaching for right now. They started to open it up more, but usually most foreigners, if they're not working for their perspective country that's here, pretty much with Americans, it's working in the how should I say it? Working for the embassy or working for a military base or something like that. What's up? All right. So yes, yes, yes. Please get the likes up. So job prospects here. Don't come here without having a way of making money. Also, the good, the bad, and the ugly about that. Learn how to budget your money. Depending, like I said, the prefecture I live in is very expensive. Cost of living is very expensive here. You can live in certain places that can lower it, but not compared to other prefectures where it's really low, where it's really the cost of living is really low, and that's going to affect your quality of life. Being able to do things like Joe, he lives in Okazaki, which is in Aichi Prefecture. The cost of living is very low compared to Kanagawa and Tokyo. Okay, and life is not as busy. Like I said, it's not a rush life, but he could go to Nagoya and enjoy himself and stuff like that. Housing. Okay, the good, the bad, and ugly on the housing. Okay, Japan, bruh, bruh. I know y'all like, what are you looking at, bruh? You see that right there? See how big that is? That is a crow. That is a crow. Crows in Japan, you leave them alone. You leave them alone. They smart. You leave them alone. Them things is huge. Them things is big. They ain't. You don't play with crows in Japan. Like you don't play with them. You just let them ride. They smart. They super smart. They super smart. So you just let them do their thing. Um, Thank you Zero for putting up the Information Man channel. Thank you, brother. Um, you know what I'm saying? Housing in Japan. The one thing about Japan is the good, the bad, the ugly. Okay, you're used to, the good thing is housing in Japan. Japan is really safe. Japan is really, really safe. I do not lock my doors. I just do it out of habit, but I don't have to. During the day, my door stays open, unlocked. Sometimes I'll just leave the door open and have the screen open. I'll be anywhere in the house. If I'm just going to the store real quick, I don't lock the door or something like that. You know what I mean? Or whatever. So housing in Japan, there's different types of housing. So let me do this. Since we here, we wireless. I can just show you guys, right? Okay, cool, 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 cool. All right. So you see this behind me? This is my house. If you can see behind me, that's my house. Okay. This is my house. All right. My deck is messed up, but this is my house right here. Okay. So I'm gonna turn the camera around. Okay, guys. All right. So this is a house behind me. This guy has a lot of money. So he's a owner of a bakery that owns pretty much that there's these little cakes and stuff. If you watch anime, you see him have these little cakes and stuff in the convenience stores. And his company provides all of that to every convenience store, 7-Eleven or whatever. And that is his car down there. Okay, so this is a house. That's a house. Okay, and that right there is this is what you would call an apartment. Okay, that's an apartment. Okay, and that brown thing right there is an apartment. Now you see that up there, that white building right there, that is a mansion. Okay, now the difference between an apartment and a mansion, hold on, let me get the light. Okay, there. Man, you can see me now. The difference between an apartment and a mansion is that with an apartment, you can just walk up to the individual doors, right? You can just walk up to the individual doors. See that? You can just walk up, ring the doorbell, and the person let you in. When a mansion is, you can walk in and you have to put in the apartment number, and the person will have to buzz you up. So and they're they're better fitted, and they're in a tower. So they're more like condos, right? And these are pretty much like apartments or whatever. Now, the other thing about Japan is that you're going to have two types of doors. You're going to have a sliding door like I have, or you're going to have a front door. But the difference is the doors open out. They don't open in. Okay? They open out, not in, if you have one of those doors. Most people have sliding doors and stuff like that. And there's a lot of windows. Now, the bad thing about Japan, okay. Now, the bad thing about Japan is noise. You have to be really quiet. Shadow Dio, what's going on? What's going on? Say noise. You have to be pretty much relatively quiet because they don't have soundproofing like we do. They will throw up a house really quickly. Actually, let me see if I can do this. Let me get my shoes and we'll take a little trip and I'll show you what a house looks like as they're building it so you can see what I'm talking about without insulation. Okay? So give me a second. All right, people. All right, so we're going to go on the trip real quick. See, look at that. The joys of live streaming. Okay. So let me know if you guys can still see or whatever. I can't go too far away from the house. I'm on Wi-Fi right now. And you know what I'm saying? I'm on live stream right now. So. All right. Can you guys see me? Okay, cool. Okay, this is my house. This is the outside of my house. That is my son's car. That is his girlfriend's car. This used to be my car. I don't drive anymore. But this right here is underneath my house. All of this parking belongs to me. So I usually work out underneath here. So all of this belongs to me. My house is actually, you know what I'm saying? So let me know if you can see it, guys. You know what I'm saying? The house. It's out of the house. So this is the full house and underneath it. So I kind of live in the sky. All right. So we're walking down here. If you guys can see, the sun's going. Okay, cool.